Hi everyone, welcome to this live stream. I don't know if I have anybody here, but yes, this is my live stream. How is your day going? Thank you so much for coming. I'm live now. I'm like I'm live streaming. Please stop saying that you're coming into my life. I was going through this book actually, so it's a very nice book written by one of the greatest authors in Nigeria, Reverend Chris Christian. He's the shepherd of a church, Lucas International. So he's the founder of that church. So he's the one that wrote this book. He has written over 550 something books. So this is one of his latest books, Hidden Things About Man. So I was going through the book and it really interested me so much. I would like to reveal some of the things he wrote about man in this book, or some of the things he wrote about in this book. So if you're interested, stay with me so that we can go through it together. I don't even know if I have some people live already. I don't even know if I have people here. So, hidden things about man. What is God's idea about man? What is God's idea about man? God's idea about man is to create a man that is like him. That's why in the beginning, after creating everything, man was the last thing he created. And when he wanted to create man, he said, let us create man in our image and after our like and after our likeness, so that man can be like us. So he created man in his image. He created every other thing through spoken words. He created them by calling them forth to be, and they all came to existence. But when it was time to create man, he said, let us create man. He had to create man. Like, he used his hands to start creating man, like from man, from the dust of the earth. Had to go extra mile to breathe in the breath of his breath into man, into the nostrils of a man, so that man can become a living creature. This means that man is very important to God. God cannot do without man as much as man cannot do without God. If there is anything that God must achieve on earth, he will have to achieve it through man, because we can't see God. Everything that was created on earth was created by a man who is representing God. Everything that was created on earth, the AIs, everything was created by man after man has been created by God. So you see that man is very important to God as much as God is important to man, because as a man you cannot do without God. He's the one that created you. He's the one that gave you his life through his breath. So there's nothing you can do without God. There's nothing you can achieve in life without the support and backings of God. Likewise, God, there's nothing God can achieve on earth outside man, because God is a spirit, and spirits don't function on earth without human representative. There is no spirit that can function on earth without a human being. No matter what the spirit wants to achieve, before the spirit can achieve it, he will have to have a representative. He will have to have a human body whom he will depend on to achieve anything. So that's why when Jesus wanted to, when in the time of the law, Jesus, the spirit of the Lord inhabited Moses to bring the law into existence. When he wanted to take the children of Israel out of Egypt, he had to come to a man first. God doesn't go to men, he only goes to one man, and that one man will call other men to God. So there's no place that God goes to men. He only goes to a man. He finds a man representative. he finds an ambassador in a man whom he will reveal his idea or what he wants to do in that particular season, so that he will depend on that man in that particular season to achieve what he wants to achieve. Okay, now when he wanted to take the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, he had to find Moses. Even when Moses was not ready, he had to prepare Moses for over 80 years. The Bible said that Moses was learned in the wisdom of the Egyptians. He was learned in the wisdom of, I think it took Moses 40 years to learn the wisdom of the Egyptians before he now went to the forest. Like he went to, when he encountered God after 80 years in the bush, where he was attracted by a burning bush, and the leaves were not consumed by fire. So when Moses, after 80 years of putting Moses through an impartation, so that he will be able to represent that particular God of that time, because God wanted to depend on Moses to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So there have to be a particular ideology that can be able to take the children of Israel out of Egypt at that time. So he had to depend on impartation, what he wants Moses to do at that particular season to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt. So after when God progressed from the law, because he depended on Moses to bring the law, to enforce law, because it was Moses that wrote the book of the law. So he depended on Moses to enforce the law. So but when he wanted to progress from law, the ideology of the law, he had to depend on another person to change another impartation, to change another ideology. He now came to the prophet. He progressed from the prophet to Jesus, grace and truth. So anything that God wants to achieve at a particular season, he will depend on a particular kind of man and a particular kind of ideology to achieve it. Spirits cannot function on earth, like I said before. Before any spirit can function on earth, he will have to have a human representative that he will depend on to function. So you cannot see any spirit working anywhere on earth. What you will see are men who are representing a particular spirit. Satan doesn't work on earth, but he has agents. Likewise, Jesus. We are ambassadors of Christ because we carry Christ. We carry Jesus. We are representatives of Jesus. We carry Jesus. That's how Jesus can be seen. You don't see Jesus in the atmosphere. There's no way you will come and see God, but you see him through our ways of living, the way we live our life, the way we showcase ourselves, the way we live, we show people, the way we behave to people. Likewise, the people that are used, agents of darkness, agents of Satan, you will see you will know an agent of Satan from the way the person is behaving. You don't see Satan through him, but from the way the person is behaving, you will say this person is an agent of Satan because of the kind of things he does, because of the kind of things she does. So anything that God must achieve on earth, he must depend on a man. Hidden things about man, like I said before, this book is written by one of the greatest authors in Nigeria, Reverend Chris Christian. He's a prolific writer. He has written over 550 something books. His books are online, is everywhere. You can get some of his books. This is one of his latest books. He said the hidden things about man. Like I said, this is the book I'm trying to review. The hidden things about man. There are a lot of things about man. Man, like I said when I started, man is as important to God as God is as important to man. Why a lot of things has not happened for you or has not happened on earth is because God has not gotten a representative, somebody who he can depend on to bring those things to manifestation. Somebody who has the ability. God is interested in the capacity and abilities of men. The capacities, the values of a man. God is so much interested in man's value. There's nothing God cannot achieve. There's nothing God cannot achieve on earth if he gets men who have the ability and value to achieve it. For example, it will take someone who has the ability or who has the insight to produce an helicopter, to produce it. It's not God that will produce it. It will take a man. It will take a man who has the value, the capacity to produce it, It is not God that will come and produce it for us. A lot of things that has happened on earth is because men who has the ability to make it happen, we are born. So in any dispensation, in any season that God will achieve anything mighty or great, people or men who has the ability to make it happen will have to be born. There is no great achievement that is done on earth without people, without great men. There is no great thing that is achieved on earth without people who has ability to achieve it. So it's not God that will come and do it for us. Man is as important to God as God is as important to man. We have to develop ourselves. We have to build our abilities. Don't think that God will do for you what you're supposed to do for yourself. This is the mistake most people are making, thinking that God will do for them what they are supposed to do for themselves. Somebody was saying something, he said they deceived him when religion deceived him. That was the way he said it. They told him that it is God that trained children. That because they told him that it is God that trained children, he was now giving birth to so many children. But when the time came for him to pay school fees, he now realized that it's not God that will pay school fees for him. That was when he knew that he's the one that will pay school fees for himself. Most people abandoned themselves, thinking that it is God that will do a lot of things for them, and that's why they are frustrated. That's why they fall into depression, because they are waiting for God to do for them what they are supposed to do for themselves. You have to wake up in the morning, pray, think on what you can do for yourself. Go out and find out what you will do for yourself. Not thinking that folding your hands and believing that I don't know, in my language, the time of God is the best. Yes, God's time is the best, but you have to also make efforts, deliberate efforts. You have to make deliberate efforts to move your life forward. You have to make deliberate efforts to know what you're supposed to do. You have to make deliberate efforts to be successful. Do something at a time. Don't be lazy. Don't allow yourself to be left behind. You have to always focus, know what you're supposed to do, try and do them, push yourself forward. Do something with your life. Don't believe that God is the one that will do it for you. Yes, God will support you. Like there's a saying they said, there's this popular saying that heaven helps those who help themselves. This is because man is as important to God as God is as important to man. Heaven will only help you when you are doing something. If you did not provide, what God will depend on to bless you, there's no way blessing can come. The Bible says in Deuteronomy, I think, it says that He will bless the works of our hand. If there is no work of the hand, what will He depend on to bless you? He will depend on what you have provided for Him to bless you. If there is no foundation, if there is no ground, if there is no fruitful ground, the trees, the plants will not grow. So there have to be a provision of fruitful ground for plants to grow. You have to make provisions on what God will depend on to bless you. You have to make provision on what God will depend on to take you to the next level. You don't leave it. You don't abandon yourself. You pray, you think, then you ask questions. You listen. When you pray, you think and you listen. This is how to find your way in life. When you pray, you listen and you ask questions. So we have to learn how to depend on God. Do what we have to do. You have to learn how to depend on God and do what you have to do. All right, let's look at this book. Let's look at a page in this book. The achievements of God on earth is controlled by our human value. This is what I have been saying. The achievement of God on earth is controlled by our human value. God will always depend on the value of man to harvest His value. There are a lot of things that God wants to do on earth. There are a lot of ideas. There's a lot of things that God wants it to happen on earth. But if there is no value of a man to bring it to happen, to manifestation, it will not happen. So God depends on the value of man to harvest His own values. There was a contribution of man in the messianism of Jesus Christ. Christ is the one that saved the world. Christ was the one that was sent from heaven to save the world. But Christ couldn't come outside Jesus. Christ depended on Jesus to save the world. Christ depended on, because Christ is the spirit that was in Jesus. It was Christ that saved the world, but he needed a human representative, Jesus, to be able to accomplish it. Jesus was born like a human being, like a child. He began to grow and started harvesting Christ that was in him, the spirit of Christ that was in him, to enable him to achieve messianism. So if there was no Jesus to harvest Christ, the messianism of Jesus Christ will not have, the messianism of Christ will not have been accomplished. So we have to make ourselves valuable. For instance, let me not go too far. In an office where you are working, the office doesn't look for a religious person, a Christian, to achieve what they want to achieve. They need somebody that has the value, the potentials to achieve what they want to achieve. They don't consider who is a Muslim, they don't consider who is a Christian, who goes to church, or who does one thing or the other. What they're looking for is the value. Do you have the value to achieve this thing? It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter your religion, your tribe. What they're looking for is your value. Can your value achieve this thing they want to achieve in that office? That is their most important thing. So you need to harvest yourself, harvest your value. How do you harvest your value? You know your vision, you understand vision. Vision helps you to harvest your value. What do I mean by vision? What your life is meant to be, what your life is meant to achieve, the purpose of your creation. The reason for living is as important as living itself. You cannot be living without the reason for living. Anyone that is living without a purpose of living is as not living, is equivalent to not living at all. Because when you are living a life that is purposeless, there's nothing you are living for. So you have to discover the reason for your life, the reason why you are living. Discover the purpose of your life, your vision, the vision of your life. When you discover it, you walk towards your vision of your life, because this is the vision of your life that will give you a place in the world. Vision might tarry, vision might delay, but as long as you are working on a definite path, you will definitely get to where you are going. You will definitely get to the city. The Bible says the labor of a foolish man wearies him, because he doesn't know the way to the city. But when you know the way to the city, even if the way to the city is very long, it's very not straight, it's crooked, you keep on going that way, because you know that this is the way that leads to the city. You will be encouraged and be going. But when you don't know the way that leads to the city, you will go from here, you go to this place, you get tired, you get frustrated, you just be discouraged. You have to discover the vision of your life, invest purposefully in the vision of your life. Then the vision of your life will preserve you, because vision preserves life. Vision preserves life. Can I get water? Divine, get me water, please. Water. Vision preserves life. When you invest your life purposefully, you will be preserved. When your life is invested purposefully, thank you, you will be preserved. I don't know if someone is following me all this while in this teaching. Please, you can leave a comment, so that if there is any question you want to ask or anything, you can just drop it on the comment section, so that maybe I can go towards it. Or if there's something you want me to speak more about, then you can still drop it on the comment section, so I can know about it and see how it goes, how we talk about it. Thank you. All right, let's go to another. This book is really very interesting. Let's go to another, something else he said here. He said, God is tired of people who depends only on him. God is tired of people who depends only on him. Depending on God will lead to frustration. This is what I said when I started. God is tired of this. See what he wrote. He said God is tired of people who is depending on him. Even you yourself, when you keep on only depending on God, you'll be frustrated and you will think that God has abandoned you. But you know, you fail to realize that you abandoned yourself. You don't abandon yourself for God. You do your part, then God will depend on what you are doing to progress you. When you abandon yourself for God, you will be frustrated. And when you are frustrated, you will think that God abandoned you. But you are the one that abandoned yourself in the first place. God functions on earth with the abilities of man. I've said that before. God functions on earth with the abilities of man. It is what man provides for God on earth that he functions with. Something I've been saying, I've said it over and over again. The accomplishments of God in all dominions are based on the accomplishments of man. The accomplishments of God on earth is based on accomplishment of man. Thank you so much. Hi. Thank you so much. Miracle. Somebody is saying hi to me. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Hi to you. So the accomplishments of God on earth depends on the accomplishment of man. If anything that, okay, for example now, there was, I don't know whether it's a song. It's a song or so. So they in that song they were saying somebody built hospitals, somebody built in a particular village. This person built okay, before he was broke, he didn't have much. So according to the song, this I think it's an Igbo song, they were singing it like that. You know how Igbo tells all these olden songs, they tell stories with their song. So the song was saying that this guy was broke, he didn't have anything, but he believed in God. He would go to the church and be praying and asking God to, if he will show him the way, bless him, that he's going to do this, he's going to do that. So after a long time, he said God blessed him. He went out, he became prosperous. You know, now when he now came back, he went to that church that he was worshiping before everything started for him, everything changed for him. He now went there and renovated the church, went to their village, built roads, built hospitals, and everything that was his stories, everything about his name was, we were singing good songs about his name, with his name. So he was not saying that, people now start saying that God has visited their land through the man. He said God has visited their land through the man, because the man produced, gave them everything, hospital, built new church, schools, and all that. They were not saying that it is God, that God has visited them through the man, that God has visited their land, because a man achieved something good for the land. So they now attributed it to God. So anything that we will achieve on earth, whatever God will achieve on earth, it will be attributed to man. Whatever God will achieve on earth, he will depend on a man to achieve it. So if there is no man to achieve it, God cannot achieve it. Like there's a saying, they said, when a good man is on the seat, the righteous will rejoice. But when a tyrant is on the seat, the people will mourn. You see, the righteous will rejoice when a good man is on the seat. This is to show that man has as much power, even if it is not the same power as God, but man also is powerful. Man is powerful on earth. Man is a powerful being on earth. So we have to make ourselves valuable to be powerful on earth. Alright, let's see what he wrote here again. He said, it is what man provides for God on earth that he functions with. I've said that. Revelation is a function of man's readiness. What God will reveal to you is a function of the readiness of your heart. How God will visit you is the function of how ready you are to receive from him. Why a lot of people have not received blessing from God is because they are not ready. They're just so nonchalant about coming before God, trying to receive from him. But whatever you will receive from God depends on your readiness. He said in his word that he has given you everything, every good gift, everything that pertains to life and godliness. He has given unto you. So everything he has given to us. It is your readiness to take that is important. God cannot give to you and also take for you. God cannot give to you and also take for you. He has already given to you. It is your readiness that will determine what you can be able to take. He has given everything to you. Good and perfect gifts are from the Lord, and he has given to his children. So, but what to determine how you will take is your readiness. Because God cannot be given and also be taken from you for you. He cannot be given and be taken for you. You have to be the one to be able to take all the blessings that He has given to you. You go to church, the pastors declare a lot of blessings upon the people, but it is different. You see that some people doesn't get blessed. This is because their readiness, they are not ready enough to collect all the blessings that has come forth from the altar. So we have to be ready. Our revelations depends on our readiness. All right. If there is darkness in a family, the darkness is in the minds of the people of the family. If there is darkness, like I've said this before, he said if there is darkness in a family, the darkness is in the mind of the people of the family. This means that a family that has not moved forward has not produced anybody that can move the family forward. It's just simple. There's no math in it. There's no mystery in it. Any family that has not been blessed, it's not God that will bring blessing into that family from above. It will take a human factor in that family to bring blessing upon that family. Any family that has not been blessed has not produced any blessed person. Any family that have not progressed is no mystery. The family doesn't have any blessed person. The family has not produced anybody that can lift the family out from poverty. For example, any family that is suffering have not produced somebody that is wealthy. Has not produced somebody that is rich. So for a family to come out of poverty, there will be a person, a man who has been blessed, who is prosperous, that will bring the family out. It's not God that will do it for him. You cannot say that God doesn't want to prosper my family. God will prosper your family through somebody that has achieved something, somebody who has the value to take the family out of poverty. It's not God that will bring the family out from heaven. No, He will depend on human being. He will depend on a human being to bring the family out from poverty. Okay. When we pray to God, He wants to depend on people. When we pray to God, He returns the prayer back to us. There is a believer who constantly leans on God. There is no believer who constantly leans on God that is happy. So we should not always lean on God. We should, yes, believe in God, but we should also improve ourselves, like what I was saying. There is a lot of factors, there's a lot of values in man. Man have a lot of value. Until we harvest our value, we cannot live out Christ. Until we harvest our potential, we cannot represent God. We have to live out our value before we can be able to represent God. So we cannot be asking God to do for us what we are supposed to do for ourselves. We should stop asking God to do for us what we are supposed to do for ourselves. That's just the truth. We should stop asking. We must develop the habit of not asking God to do for us what we are supposed to do for ourselves. When God wanted to bring out the children of Israel out of the place of bondage in Egypt, He had to depend on Moses. He depended on Moses to do that. He had to call out Moses, separate Moses, start to teach Moses things. When he spoke to Moses and told Moses, I want you to bring out my people from the land of bondage, Egypt, to the land where I have promised them. Moses said to him, what will I tell Pharaoh? Who will I tell Pharaoh that sent me? He told him, tell Pharaoh, I am sent you. So he now started imparting Moses. He started imparting Moses on what to do, on how he can lead them out of the land of bondage, on how you can deliver the children of Egypt. Even though the children of Israel were the children of God, But God couldn't save them. I think over 450 years or 450, 400 something years. They were in bondage even as the children of God because there was nobody to bring them out. God cannot come down from heaven and come and carry them and go out, no. You have to depend on somebody, a leader, to take them out. So he now had to wait until Moses was able to rise, until Moses was able to transform. Exodus 7:1, he says, see, I have made you a God. After he had made Moses a God, he knew that Moses was not ready to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt. He now sent Moses. So it took Moses' transformation to be able to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt. So we have to prepare ourselves. It will take our transformation to be able to come out of a particular situation we don't want. You have to transform your mindset. You have to transform your belief. You have to transform the way you see things for you to change, for your situations to change. You have to change your ideologies about things. You have to improve your life. You have to be a different person for things to change around you. It's not by folding your hands and waiting on God, because religion has turned us into something else. Religion has really turned us into something else for us to made us to believe that everything that we want to achieve depends on God. No. What we have to achieve, what we want to achieve depends on us. We have to make deliberate efforts to do it. We have to make deliberate effort to achieve it. Then when we start making effort to achieve it, God will see our readiness and visit us. Visit our readiness. Revelations depends on our readiness. The revelations of God to us, what God will show us, depends on how ready we are to see it, how ready we are to receive it. So we have to be ready. We have to be ready. We have to improve ourselves. If you need to go to school, you go to school. If you need to get a particular knowledge on something, you do it. If you want to work in a big company, you do what is required to be there. You do what you need to do to be in that company. You don't abandon yourself and believe that God, I believe in God, He will bring me to this company that I want to work. Yes, miracles can happen, but then you have to work on yourself. Even if miracle bring you to that place, what about what it requires to maintain that position? What about what it requires for you to be able to work in that place? So if you have to go to school, you go to school, get the required knowledge for a particular future you want to achieve. If you want to be a medical doctor, you know you have to study and be a medical doctor. If you want to be a specialist, you know you have to get a particular kind of learning to be able to achieve it. You don't fold your hands and say, I want to be a medical doctor, I don't know how it's going to happen, I believe it will happen. No, thing doesn't happen that way. It's only religion that teaches us that. Anything you want to achieve, you have to pattern your life towards achieving that. Because man is a God on earth. Man is a God on earth. Man is very important on earth. Improve your life, build your future, build your destiny, be who you want to be. Start working on yourself to be who you want to be. Don't abandon yourself for God. Don't think that God will do it God will do it for you just like that. You have to work hard on your own to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate your presence so very much. Thank you. Please leave a comment on the comment section if you are really following what I'm saying, what I've been saying, or if what I've been saying really interests you, or there is sense in what I'm saying. Just drop a comment on the comment section so that I can know that yes, I'm talking to someone and someone is following what I'm saying, and I'm not just yapping. Thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for those who commented. Somebody said loser, whatever. I don't know why you said that, but thank you for coming online, coming on board, joining the live stream. Thank you so much. I don't know if there is anything you want me to talk about, yeah, you can drop in the comment section so I can know. Let's see how it goes. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Just drop a comment on the comment section if there is anything you want me to talk about. If there is any question you want to ask, please can you drop it on a kindly drop it on a comment on the comment section so I can see it. We've been reviewing this book written by Reverend Chris Christian. He has written 550 something books. He's a prolific writer. His books are wonderful. You can really search him up and get this book. A lot of his books, anyone you want, you will see a list of so many books he has written. Anyone that interests you, you can buy it on self-discovery and identity, vision, a lot of books on vision, a lot of books on discovering yourself, a lot of books, prayer, intercession, a lot of books on pattern, character, and a lot of things. He's really a writer that you don't need to miss his books. It's a good one. So this book, that's what we have been revealing. So I'm asking if anyone has anything to say or any contribution or any question, you can drop it in on the comment section so I can see it. But if there is no question, I think I will go ahead with the revealing of the book. I want to talk about something. It's not really from this book. I just want to, something came to my mind to talk to us about on character. Character is omnipotent. Character is very important. It shapes life and destiny. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of doors that character opens. A lot of people has missed something important because of lack of character to keep it. So there are a lot of things has fallen into situations that they could have avoided because of their character. Okay, I'm getting a comment. I want to read it. Hello, beautiful woman. How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. Thank you. So where are you streaming from? I'm having a comment. Let me reply comments. Where are you streaming from? Olabode, where are you streaming from? Okay, so many comments. Thank you. I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the compliments. Thank you so much. He complimented my tea too. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. Thank you so much. So like I was saying, character is very important in the life of an individual. You have to build a godly and goodly character. Outside goodly character is very important. Okay, where I should start. I should go and do 360 where I'm teaching. I can't do 360 now. Okay, you guys, you can see I'm just sitting down and I'm not standing, so I can't stand up and start doing 360 now. No, it's not possible. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I appreciate your compliments and everything. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. Thank you for your support. Okay. I'm not sure you joined when I was teaching, because I was maybe thinking you want to ask me a question from what I thought, but I can see you are trying to fall in love on live stream, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Nice to know all of that. Nice to know all of that. It's good. Nice to know all of that. Like I was saying something, Mr. Olabode, thank you for all the compliments. Thank you for everything you're saying there. I appreciate your presence here. That's number one. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So, but I was saying something on character. So I'm saying something on character. You know, one has to have a goodly character. Let me not really say godly, because when I say godly, it will look like I'm talking about church. No, I'm not talking about religion. Goodly character is very important. This goodly character can save you anywhere. It can save you in situations. There's a way you can present yourself. People can naturally exempt you from evil that wants to happen around you, because the way you live, the way you present yourself to them has already separated you. So we have to develop a goodly character, a character that is worthy of relationship, a character that is worthy of people coming close to. There are some people that have a very terrible character that people don't want to have anything to do with them, not because they don't look good or because of anything, not because they steal, but because their character is so bad. So they feel like somebody that behaves like this, I don't want to have anything to do with the person. So we have to have an amiable character, and a character that people can relate with, a character that people can come to, like want to have something to do with. Because most of the times why people don't come close or relate to us is because they disdain our characters. They don't like the way we behave. They don't like there's some people that talk too much. You see somebody that the person is always talking, the person is so not lousy. You see people, great men, great people, great individuals don't relate with people who are lousy. That's just the truth. They don't relate with people who have bad character. So when you are lousy, when your character is not good, it's difficult to attract some kind of people. It's difficult to attract great people around you when you don't have good characters. Because there's something they said, ezigbo agwa, in my language, kakarego, something like good character or good name is greater than money, something of that nature. That I think that's how it's been said. So when you have good character, good name, it attracts people to you. When you have good name, you have good character. When they say, do you know about this lady, for example, as I'm a lady now, say, well, do you know about this lady? People that know you will be able to say something good about you. There is no 100 people that says evil about you, no matter how when you have a good character. No matter how people, because some people will say men are wicked, they will never say good thing about you. There's no way 100 of persons can say evil things about you if you have a good character, if you're a good person. Even though some people might start saying, might want to smear your character, say that you're not good because of jealousy or one thing or the other. But out of everybody, as long as your character is good, people will definitely see people that will defend you. That's just the truth. You definitely see people that will defend you. You definitely see people that will say, no, this lady, she's not that way you are saying. this lady is a good girl, this lady is somebody nice. As the guy too, this is also applicable to you. There's a lot of guys that when you see them, you don't want to have anything to do with them, not because you have stayed with them before or you've heard anything about them, but because of the way they behave. Because of the way they behave, you naturally you will not like to associate with somebody that behaves that way. That's just the truth. You will not like to associate with somebody that behaves in a particular way. That's why we have to work on our character. Build yourself, build your character, because your character can keep you in a place and your character can throw you out of a place. Your character can give you a place and your character can take away a place from you, can take you out of a place. So you have to build your life, build your character, you know, develop yourself, be the best version of yourself. Don't abandon your life. You have to be good. Okay, that's it on character. There are a lot of things I might have not touched on character. You know, maybe if there's something you want to add, or something you want to ask, or something you want to say, you can as well say on the comment section, or something you want me to, like a question you want to ask, you can go ahead and ask it. If you have any question you want to ask me, okay, let me just make the floor open for questions. I'm not teaching anymore. If you have questions you want to ask, you can go ahead and ask it. Let's make the streaming an interactive one. If you have questions you want to ask, if you're here live, if you're seeing this live stream and you have any question you want to ask, please go ahead and ask me right now. The floor is open. I'm not teaching again. Give your all to me, give my all to you. You're my end, you're my begin. Even when I'm losing me, 'cause I give you all of me. Okay. Let me see. Somebody should talk to me, or I'm available. Somebody should talk to me. Let's talk about something. Talk to me. Somebody say something now. Say something. You can ask questions. You can ask me any question. Just say something. Say something. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's interact. Let's interact. Interact. Hi, who is there? Ask me question, or I'm free. Let's talk, or somebody should engage me. Involve me, oh. My friend Olabode, that is what's the word? That is wooing me. Abi my call am wooing me. Abi that is ask. He's not even asking me out. He just that is professing love. I think that's the word for me here on the live stream. Are you still there? So maybe you can. Okay, you were saying something about you don't know how to use YouTube. Is it what you said? Okay, it's like you said you don't know how to use YouTube. Okay. Okay, somebody should engage me. I'm here. Wanna follow me talk? Wanna follow me talk? Oh. I'm available. Oh, God. Where are all my friends now? Where are all my fans? Where are all my fans? Where are all my fans now? But when I engage me now, somebody should send me a message. Okay. Every praise to our God. Every song of worship in one accord. Every praise to our God. Let me see if I can see this. God, my healer. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Every praise to our God. Every song of worship in one accord. Every praise to God. Every praise to God. That's nice, 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 nice. Nice. Yes. God is a miracle worker. God is a glorious God. God is a miracle worker. Please, somebody should engage me. Ask questions. I want to talk. I'm in the mood for conversation. Ask me something. I want to have a conversation with someone who is available. Talk to me. God is a glorious God. God is a miracle God. God is a glorious God. God is a miracle worker. God is a glorious God. God is a miracle worker. God is a glorious God. Miracle worker. God is a glorious God. God is miracle worker. God is a glorious God. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for staying on the live stream with me. I really appreciated your presence. Every one person who connected, who listened to me, who was part of this live stream. Thank you so much. any gospel that does not impact people, definitely. God takes a human body to be part of the earth, but he doesn't take a human body in all generations. He shock, he enter well. There is no blessing in eternity that is superior to a man housing God. No blessing in eternity is superior to a man housing God. It is a wonderful thing for a man to house God. Wonderful thing for a man to house God. It is a wonderful thing for God to be part of your life. For my Christian brothers, it is a wonderful thing as far as heaven is concerned. Man is an end. When God embodies man, everything has ended. When God embodies man, everything has ended. When man houses God, it means that God has come physically. The best and the worst things happens when God comes physically. When a man houses God, his footprints will become God's footprints. His breath will become God's breath, and his voice will become God's voice. Hi, who is there? Can you ask a question? Let me get to know you. I want to have an interaction moment with you. All right, who's there? Let me be reading what I'm reading. For the struggle. When people don't have the character of what they are seeing, they will deny what they are seeing. Certain gifts do not come through effort. Rather, God will. God wills them. Certain gifts don't come through effort. God wills them. Like God gives you favor, gives you. Okay? God gets insulted when what he wills is not treated the way it should be treated. God will not judge evil people until the good ones are raised, so that there will be no be there will not be a vacuum. Let's read the Bible, Revelation 21, 3 and 4. The Bible says, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, nor shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." I like this Bible verse. Revelation 21, 3 and 4. The tabernacle of God is with men. The tabernacle